The next poem is about Upagupta. See, Upagupta happened to be a disciple of Buddha, and the story comes in a way where a quotation is a dancing girl who does all kind of sensual pleasures to the rich people. So she meets with a young monk on the road, and then she asks him to come to his house. He tells, "No, no, go on your way. When the time is right, I'll come back to you." Then, after a year, the same girl will be lying on the roads of the city, and then Upagupta will come and take her to his place and takes care of her. The story is a very, very practical thing of how time changes the character and nature of a person. So, you have got a lot to learn from this. It's a very good poem. It's written by Rabindranath Tagore, a Nobel laureate, one of the greatest poets of our country. This lady is Vasavadatta, the name of a quotation, who comes and speaks to Upagupta, a Buddhist monk. And this is Buddha. These are the Buddhist monks. They are the common people. And this is Upagupta. She is Vasavadatta after 1 year. This was before when first Vasavadatta saw Buddha. This was the scenario. Second, this is the scenario. So let's go on with the poem. Upagupta. Upagupta was a Buddhist monk. What was he? He was a Buddhist monk, sannyasi. Upagupta, the disciple of Buddha, lay asleep in the dust by the city wall of Mathura. See, most of you would have known that Mathura is related to Lord Sri Krishna. Mathura is in North India. For example, this is the map of India. This is Gujarat. This is Rajasthan. This is Jammu and Kashmir. This is UP. So Mathura comes somewhere here. This is Mathura. So Mathura was a very big city, nice city. It had all kinds of, joyous things. And this is the city wall. This is the Dwaraka, I mean to say the door. This is the main city. And this is the city wall. So Upagupta was lying somewhere here. He was lying. And this is his head. So he was lying on the road. He was asleep on the road. Lamps were all out. Doors were all shut. Lamps were all out. Doors were all shut. Stars were all hidden. And the murky sky of August. So, this is the month of August. That means the winter has begun. So, there are too many clouds. So, lamps were all out. There was no lamp. Why are there no lamps? Because it was night. He describes the night in such a way that he does not use the word night. He says that lamps were all out, doors were all shut, all the doors were shut. Because it was dark in the night, all the doors were shut. And the sky, there was no star in the sky. This is the sky. There was no star. And the murky sky hid all the stars. This is the window. You see the sky. All the stars were hid in the sky because of the clouds. And it was the month of August. Whose feet were those tinkling with ankles? Now I showed you the picture of a dancing woman. These were her anklets, big, big ghungroos with so many noisy barrels. I mean, if you go to dance, you'll know. She had big, big anklets and they were making too much of noise. Touching his breast of a sudden. So he was lying like this. This was the Buddhist monk. He was lying. These are his hands. Suddenly, this female, what she does is, she puts her leg on his chest, I mean the breast. She puts her leg on his breast. He awakens all of a sudden. She steps on him all of a sudden. He woke up startled, and the light from the woman's lamp fell on his forgiving eyes. So the monk suddenly got up. The monk suddenly got up because the woman stepped on his chest. Because the woman suddenly, and he had forgiving eyes. He was like, it's okay, no problem. I mean, this does not look like a monk, but still, don't, please forgive me for this. He woke up from his rest, and he was very forgiving. The monk was very forgiving, and the lady, the quotation, she saw him with the lamp, and the light fell on his eyes, and his eyes were forgiving in nature because she stepped on his chest, but still he did not show any sort of anger. It was a dancing girl, starred with jewels. She was a dancing girl, beautiful dancing girl. She had too many jewels, so many jewels. Here, jewels. Here also, she had jewels. Too many jewels everywhere. Long, long earrings. So, she was very beautiful. She was starred with jewels, wearing a pale blue mantle, drunk with wine of her youth. She was wearing a very pale blue mantle. I mean, her dress was very transparent, translucent, drunk with wine of youth. So she was in Nasha. Nasha in the sense she was intoxicated with wine. She did not have a senses. Because she was very young, she wanted to enjoy her life, so she had drunk. It was dancing girl starred with jewels wearing pale blue mantle, drunk with wine of her youth. She lowered her lamp and saw young face austerely beautiful. She saw the face of a young monk, which was very beautiful. This is not beautiful, but his face was very beautiful, the Buddhist monk. She saw the monk and she was attracted by his beauty as she lowered her lamp to see him. Forgive me, young ascetic, said the woman. So she asked for forgiveness. Graciously come to my house. The dusty earth is no bed for you. She tells him, please come to my house. This dusty bed of the earth is not the place for you. Come to my house. I'll take care of you very nicely. I'll dance and entertain you. The young ascetic answered, women, go on your way. When the time is ripe, I will come to you.